Tip-off goes to Houston. And the Houston Rockets starting 5. Beverly and Harden man the backcourt. Terrence Jones is down low with Howard. And it's Ariza in at the small forward position. Now, here is Harden. Jones sets the pick for Harden. And he dunks it after the pick frees him up.
Fantastic dunk, and he decided to hang around up there for a while, Kevin.
Well, maybe, he didn't want to land awkwardly. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe it was a safety move.
Or maybe he just wanted to give the photographers a better angle for the shot.
That drops. For the Houston Rockets, they come in off a good outing against San Antonio.
And I thought the key was their ability to stretch the defense. They got hot from behind that three-point line, and that really gave them the margin they needed.
Yeah, that's right. It opened up things for them in a huge way. The defense was never able to get comfortable.
Now, here's Beverly. He had 10 points in the win against San Antonio. Tries it from 19, and Harden gets it to go in on the assist by Ariza.
Well, he's off to a good start, and he's a guy who we know. I mean, if he gets going early, he can give you problems all day. James Harden with the most famous beard in the NBA. In fact, he leaves his barber in charge of trimming it, so you can give him all the credit, or maybe the blame, depending on how you look at it.
Here's Kobe. 5 to shoot. A 3-ball. Another shot. No good. Excellent D from Howard. And it's the Rockets with the ball. Beverly. Ariza with the bucket.
You got to put bodies on the glass right there. They just are not getting it done on the boards.
Yeah, they've got to do a much better job of going harder than that to the glass.
In Harden, a relatively quiet demeanor. Some have even said moody, but clearly he's embraced his new leading role in Houston.
And he says as much himself. He looks at the Rockets as his team, and you can see it in his demeanor on the court. With that leadership comes responsibility, and I think he's ready to continue to step into that. Terrence Jones was part of the 2012 championship team at Kentucky with Anthony Davis, and in year 2 with the Rockets, stepping into the starting role at power forward.
And Jones able to play on the perimeter a bit to create space for Dwight Howard inside. A former point guard in his younger days. He's a good ball handler, but his passing and shooting still a work in progress.
Now here's Lynn. He's coming off a 19-point game against Sacramento.
And he really kept his head down, was drawing contact, getting himself to the line, played an aggressive game. That was a big-time help for him and his team.
Rockets have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. And Terrence Jones listed at 6'9" with the 7'2" arm span. Those numbers tell you he plays bigger.
He really does. He's strong on both backboards. He brings some shot-blocking presence, and he's still really young and starting to put it all together. But I love his potential, and I like the progress he's shown to this point.
Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
The drive by Bryant. Good. Kobe's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Boy, an impressive job there by Boozer setting that screen.
Harden outside. Jones with the screen on Kobe. Harden the pass to Jones. And as it goes out of bounds, Houston able to keep the ball here. Here is the 2K leaderboard with last season's top passing teams. The 4th spot held by the Lakers.
Well, I thought this team last season was a team that had some beautiful dimes. I mean, they would spread the floor with their ball movement and spacing and player movement. It was a beautiful thing to watch. Nice passes leading to baskets.
A minute 50 left to play in the first. Second shot opportunity, and it's Howard laying it in. Howard's got his first 2 points.
They've got themselves in front with some outstanding shooting right off the bat.
Yep, it's been a clinic at that end of the floor, no question.
Bryant. And Jones pulls it down.
Well, the defender was on him like glue, all up in his airspace. That's a very low percentage shot against that kind of D.
Yeah, you're right. Best not to force it when you've got someone draped all over you like that. You got to move the ball on.
Big group substitution here for the Lakers. Randall's checked in for Hill. Davis comes in for Boozer. Young's checked in for Johnson. And it's Nash in for Jeremy Lin. Houston also making some changes. Jeff Adrian's checked in for Terrence Jones. For James Harden. And it's Isaiah Cannon in for Patrick Beverly. 5 on the clock. Baseline try. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. Lakers trail by 6. And Young, here we go. Ariza with the rebound. Ariza's got 3 rebounds now in this one. 52 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Here's the screen. Here's Daniels. Randall grabs the board.
Well, that's a warm-up jumper there. I mean, when you're a pro, you can't make excuses for missing that one.
Nash dishes to Bryant. Nash left side. Davis kicks to Randall. That's in there. Davis with the assist.
They are really doing a nice job establishing a presence inside early.
And that's going to open things up for them on the perimeter going forward, Clark.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Ariza. He dishes it to Daniels. Feeds to Howard. He kicks it to Daniels. Here's Canaan. An absolute bomb from 3-point range. Cannon's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. There's the buzzer, and not much scoring at all through the first quarter of play. Rockets lead by 7. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And looking at what we've seen from Houston, what do you guys think?
And the key has been the second chance points. You look at this team, the hustle that they play with, very impressive in that first quarter.
Well, it's showing up on the scoreboard. I mean, you get second chance points like that, it can add to your totals and also demoralize your opponent.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. So for the Lakers right now, Nash is out there with Young. Then it's Johnson. Then there's Robert Sacre, and it's Davis in at the 4 spot. Now, here is Young.
You know, there's always a lot of nicknames in the NBA. I loved what became of Nick Young last year in L.A. All of a sudden, he dubbed himself Swaggy P, and it caught on. It seemed like the whole league kind of loved watching him play and referring to him by that nickname.
Ryan Kelly, he's checked in for the Lakers. Jeremy Lin comes in for Steve Nash. And a switch here also for Houston. Beverly's checked in. And Terry up top. Shot off the screen, and he gets the bucket. Terry's got the lead up to 7 now for the Rockets.
Solid screen right there that freed him up for the jump shot.
Outside, Lin. They set the screen. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Lin's got his first bucket of the night. Houston leading by 5. Now let's go to Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, guys, the Houston Rockets play an up-tempo attacking style of basketball. Last season, the second most turnovers in the NBA and the most three-point attempts. Coach Kevin McHale said, this is a team of home run hitters. They're going to swing sometimes when they shouldn't, but that's who they are. I'm not going to make them bunt. Good philosophy, Kevin.
They're always aggressive, Doris. Thank you. Here's Young. The Rockets making the shot. Outside, Lin. Kicks to Sacre. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Beverly with the ball. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard.
Well, the Lakers have been in a bit of turmoil the last few years, and it comes back to not being able to find the right coach.
Harden, no good.
That's not an opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Johnson kicks to Lin. Back to Johnson. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Stupendous rush to the rim and a mighty slam on the end of it.
But through the teeth of some pretty soft D, I can't help but say that.
Well, let's see how that impacts things here, because those kinds of plays sometimes can be game changers on both sides.
Jones with the screen on Lin. The wide open look here for Terry. His three-pointers off the mark.
A few coaches have been given looks since the end of the Jackson era in LA, and Needless to say, it's hard to replace a guy like that.
Well, he had that height separation there on the mid-range jump shot. Really good job of taking advantage of that.
And here's Harden. He's coming off a 25-point game against San Antonio. Just 5 on the clock. Shoots from the high post. Here's Jones. Nice work on the boards, paying off with the basket. Jones has got 6.
Obviously, they're evenly matched teams on the inside. The rebound numbers are very even.
Yeah, I've been impressed with just both teams' energy, just really working hard on the boards.
And for the Lakers, Steve, it's really hard to build something because there is a pressure to win now as well.
I would say that taking their time and not trying to rush back to winning would be the best thing that this franchise can do.
Rockets leading by 3. There's the dish to Terry. Here's Harden, and down it goes, jamming that one home. Well, Clark, a clear lane to the basket and the emphatic jam.
And that is outstanding attacking basketball.
Well, he had no choice but to take that one to the bucket.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Sacramento.
Throughout the first half, even into the third quarter, they had the game totally under control. But man, they just fell apart, collapsed in the fourth quarter. They should not have lost this game.
I think they thought it was over, and then they kind of relaxed, and sometimes that's all it takes. You got to keep playing until the final buzzer.
So it's the Lakers now, following the score by Houston. Los Angeles with another miss. There's 57 seconds left in the second quarter. Ariza has the open look, and it's Houston with another. Now here's Nash. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Back to Young. Bryant gets a wide open look. Knocks down the 3 ball. Bryant's got 7.
His presence is very comforting for this team. He's kind of a fallback option for them anytime they need it.
Cannon, the pass to Daniels. Dishes it to Howard. The Lakers with the rebound.
Well, what appeared to be an easy 2 points just never materialized.
Here's Nash. Pass to Bryant. Right side, Kobe. There's the pass to Randall. Shoots from the right block. Tries again. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face. And now just a 2-point Rocket lead. And we're through 2 here in a good one. Houston on top, up by 2. And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin. I've got Kobe Bryant. And Kobe, tell us what's working for you guys defensively right now.
Well, keeping them out of transition, really. I mean, that's really been the big key this half.
Kobe, we appreciate the time. Gentlemen, over to you.
Okay, Doris, much appreciated. And now for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway. Welcome back, folks. Thank you for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports as we get set to get going once again. Hey, during the break, players getting a chance to refuel and hydrate with some Gatorade as there is more basketball in store. Getting underway in the second half, here's the 5 for Kevin McHale. Terrence Jones is down low with Howard. Beverly and Harden man the back, and it's Ariza in at the 3 slot.
Kobe Bryant in his 19th season in the league, but remember, he's played in 220 career playoff games. That's almost 3 additional seasons worth of games. And you factor in his play with Team USA, I'll tell you, he's got a lot of mileage on those legs.
And Kobe Bryant, top 5 in all-time minutes played.
And Kevin, you know those minutes add up, but he's found ways to overcome the wear and tear and still remain effective. His great skill level and ability to make tough contested shots remains valuable.
Just 5 to shoot. Harden, and he sinks the shot coming off the strong pick. Harden's got 8.
And he came off that screen. The defense just couldn't get over the top. Beautiful play.
Yep, and without a hand in his face, he's going to bury those.
Now here's Boozer. Back to Lynn, and there's the feed to Bryant. Outside, Lynn for the lead. Here's Boozer, rejected by Howard. From the sideline, let's catch up with Doris Burke.
Gentlemen, the great Kobe Bryant, now in his 19th year in the league, he said, "This is the last chapter. The book is going to close. I just haven't determined how many pages are left. But my passion only increases. You realize you only have so many years left. It re-energizes you to fine-tune your preparation and make sure you leave no stone unturned." Kevin, sounds familiar.
That sounds like him. Never one to shy from a challenge. Thanks, Doris.
That's his first personal foul. Second team foul.
Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. Outside, Lynn. Here's Boozer, and the shot is good. Boozer's got it all tied up now for the Lakers.
They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working beautifully.
Yeah, the defense has been futile here. 5 of the last 6 field goals in the lane.
Now here's Beverly. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. Here's Lynn. Blocked.
And the offense continues to struggle. Just 1 make in their 5 attempts.
That's good. 6 points for Ariza.
Heads up, aggressive play right there. He saw the smaller man on him, took it straight to the basket.
Los Angeles calls timeout.
James Harden with those rush hour handles, whether it's breaking his man down in isolation or running the pick and roll, he keeps that thing on a string.
Houston making a switch here. Adrian's checked in. Now here's Lynn. Passes it to Kobe. He feeds it to Boozer. The 10-footer. That's good. And it's Kobe with the assist. And that's now 6 points for Carlos Boozer. And Harden, a left-hander. Defenders tend to have more trouble, it seems, guys, with softballs.
Well, and especially with Harden because of how crafty he is. He's got that Manu Ginobili Euro move, the change of speed, change of direction, and then the strength. I mean, that's what separates him. He draws contact and seems to just go right through players.
I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
I agree. They need more energy in the post, maybe some double teaming. They've got to get their defense in gear.
Now, here is Harden. He's got 8. In low to Howard. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
Ran his man straight into that screen to open the lane up for the hoop.
Now Lynn. Hill sets the screen for Lynn. Pass to Boozer. Back to Lynn. 6 on the shot clock. Adrian with the rebound. Adrian's got his 3rd rebound on the night. It's Harden with the drive. And it's Lynn with the rebound.
Usually if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
Back to Johnson. 55 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Bryant. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish. For Houston, they've gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. Ariza with it, and it's Lynn picking him up. Ariza kicks to Howard. The jump hook, no good. And the Lakers going the other way now. Here's Lynn. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Hill sets the screen for Lynn. He dishes it to Boozer. Fires from 14. Yes! And a nice assist from Lynn. Boozer's got the lead up to 2 now for the Lakers. And here's Harden. He's got 8. Howard with a screen on Kobe. Harden dishes to Howard. For 3. And James Harden hits from deep. Harden's got 11 points. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Rockets.
Bring your costume. It's Halloween in the NBA. Chris Paul and the Los Angeles Clippers take on Carlos Boozer and the Los Angeles Lakers this Friday. Don't miss it.
And it's time now to reveal our State Farm assist of the game. Today, Steve, it's a big man winning the honor.
And it was a no-brainer. This assist was really out of this world. I mean, he had a great understanding of the situation and where the ball had to go.
And for Houston, they're shooting 52% from the floor. Nice work so far from them. Nash and Bryant in the backcourt. Davis is out there with Randall, and it's Young in at small forward. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. Now here's Howard. Rebound the Lakers. Randall's got 4 rebounds in this game. Nash outside. Feeds it to Kobe. Shot clock at 5 from past the arc. And there's Nash. That's good on the assist by Bryant. Nash has got the first field goal of the 4th quarter here. It's for Los Angeles. Here's Canaan, defended by Nash. Canaan, the pass to Howard. It's stolen by Randall. Outside Bryant. Good D by Ariza.
I like the work there, contesting that shot that looked like it was going to be easy, but they forced the miss.
You know what? He got it in close, but couldn't finish in traffic.
Well, this is what happens when he gets on a roll. I mean, you are not going to see a better rhythm shooter than him.
And the Lakers call time here. Jeremy Lin, he's checked in for Los Angeles. And a switch here also for Houston. Harden's checked in. Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Gentlemen, Byron Scott had some advice for his team in that last timeout. He told his players, guys, we're letting opportunities slip away in transition. Let's push it up the floor, look to score some points in early offense. Kevin, can they pick up the tempo?
Thanks again, Doris. Now, here is Young. And that one goes long. Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. Canaan kicks to Harden. Banked in off the glass. And now a 3-point Rocket lead.
Well, he's clearly feeling it, Clark, coming off that fantastic game last time out.
Lynn dishes to Young. Davis setting the pick for Young. On the wing, Bryant. Left side, Bryant. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Well, just take a look at what Kobe's done tonight. He has 11 points and 1 steal. The assists have been coming for him, along with putting some numbers up from the foul line, too.
Yeah, very unselfish play from him. He's been really a tremendous factor in this game.
He's a dead eye at the line, fellas. Just call him automatic. He doesn't miss many of those.
Here's Canaan, defended by Lynn. Harden with a screen on Young. And out of bounds as the Lakers gain possession.
I tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Hill comes in for Randall. And Carlos Boozer is subbed in for Davis. Now here's Lynn. Outside Hill. He kicks to Boozer. The dish to Lynn. Harden against Bryant. Shot from free throw range. The Rockets pull it in. Jones has got his 6th rebound on the night. Ariza, right side. Again, the Rockets score.
Terrific execution there when it mattered the most. He knew he had the height advantage, and he got the job done.
Los Angeles calls timeout. They trail by 3. 1:58 left in the 4th quarter. Andrew Beverly is checked in for Kenny. Now here's Lynn. Kicks to Boozer. Yes! And a nice assist from Lynn. That's 10 points for Carlos Boozer.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a nice look.
Poor job by the defender to not fight over or around that screen.
Harden draws the double. Dishes to Beverly. And he gets it to go. And the Rockets lead by 3.
Unbelievable basket. What a huge height disadvantage. I thought for sure it would be blocked.
Not this fella, Steve. Not at this stage of the game. He was going to get to the rim no matter who was standing in the way.
Here we go, one-on-one. Trevor Ariza again. Ariza's got 7 now in this quarter.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
Outside, Lynn. Pass to Hill. No good. Great D that time from Howell. Rockets leading by 5. Beverly the pass to Harden. Harden draws the double. The pass to Jones. There's the feed to Ariza. He dishes it to Harden. Houston needs to get a shot off. Jones kicks to Howard. And an intentional foul right there. Johnson, he's checked in for Young.
First team coming on the floor for your Lakers, Wesley Johnson.
There's 39 seconds left here in the 4th quarter. Harden kicks to Ariza. He's looking for Howard and finds him. Good work defensively by Bryant.
Pretty good defense there. I mean, that's a shot that he can make, but they really challenged him.
Goes up to the stripe. Nails it! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
And he should thank the defense for those 2 points. Really, nobody paid him any mind there.
And they go to the intentional foul.
Well, you do what you have to do to extend this game and try to get the ball back.
In this situation, clock management crucial.
He hits the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. Second one is good. Hitting both at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
I don't need to tell you guys, those free throws are big. It's a 2-possession game now.
Timeout called the Lakers. They're behind by 5. There's 18 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Left side, Lynn. From 12 feet out, here's Hill. It's good! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
How about the delivery in the lane? Just perfectly done.
And they're going to prolong the game here with an intentional foul. He drops the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
And that's exactly how you close a game out. Those free throws will bury them for sure.
Johnson outside. The 3. It's money from deep. And they need to stop the clock, so there's a foul. First free throw is good, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And so he drops them both. It's a 4-point ball game. Here's Lynn. Off on that one. So it's a narrow victory for the Rockets, pulling it out for the W. And Clark, you know, it was quite a nail biter.
Yeah, it was tight. Their guys were able to come up with big plays down the stretch, and that's the difference.
And now down to Doris Burke, who is courtside, standing by with our Jordan Player of the Game. Doris?
Well, first off, James, congratulations on the win tonight. What is the mindset of the team right now and the philosophy in your approach?
Our consistency and our attention to detail. You know, we're a young team, but we got to focus on the small things. Our hard work is going to be enough as well.
Well done. Certainly a great team effort. Guys, over to you.
All right, Doris, thank you. And for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. Now, our Jordan player of the game, James Harden.